YouTube, it's Brother Dennis, and to God be the glory. What of a beautiful morning today. It's Monday, the day after Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to everyone. I normally do a video on Sunday from the pigeon loft when I clean it, but yesterday I was just, after coming from church and after cleaning the loft and everything, I have a lot going on. My grandson is sick, and I have a lot of stuff on my mind, and I do my best to cast my cares on the cross, and but I'm flesh, so sometimes it wears me down a little bit, and I need to recharge. So the Lord blessed me with waking me up today, and now I'm charged. So these are my young bird team. It's one of my baby young birds. Really ain't flying yet. And this is actually my youngest young bird that's over here. This one's a little older. It's kind of smaller than the other young birds. This is the nestmate to the one that died. And I don't know. I don't know what to think about it yet. It just seems to like hanging out on the floor. I haven't seen it on the perches yet. It's really thin. I've seen it pecking at some food. So what I do is, like yesterday, I let the young bird team fly, and so far, to God be the glory, I have not lost any. We haven't lost any young birds yet, like flying. I did have one die in the nest, and I've lost some eggs. But as far as young birds, we're at 15 right now. 2 of them being these 2 babies. This one, that's the 14, and there's 15, which is a singleton from actually that pair that's out there, my first Adrian P bloodline. So Mr. 500 and First Lady, that's their son or daughter. And these 2 up here are tough guy kids. This is the one that ran out the door on me the other day, and this one is a mix of Mike Rocky Ridge and Air Champ Loft. So I believe that's a black band on his ankle, on the foot there. Or is it blue? I can't see because I'm looking in the sun. I believe it's a black band. So the yellow bands are Midas birds, and the white bands are Texas birds from Vern Clausen, and the other colors are ones I bred. So I got 8 I bought and 7 I bred out here right now. So it's a good mix. All these birds over here I acquired. I didn't breed any of these birds. So let's talk about the title of the video, fake eggs. I'm 50-50 on the fake egg thing. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. So what's happening is when there's eggs in the nest, or when there's hatchlings, like there's baby birds in the nest, and the pair reclutches and lays more eggs, what I've done was I take the eggs out, replace them with fake eggs. Then when the birds leave the nest, I put the original eggs back in the nest. So let me tell you what happened. I come out here the other day to replace Mr. 500, right? His eggs, and they had actually laid another set of eggs. So they knew the fake eggs were fake in my book, in my mind. They knew those fake eggs was fake. And I don't know if it's because I wrote on them or what. And I think that's where I made my mistakes at. And these eggs are warm. I think this egg's hatching. This egg's hatching right now. Yup. This is Mr. Tough Guy egg, and Mr. 500, his egg is hatching. That one is. Yup, these eggs are hatching. So see how I wrote on the eggs? I don't know if that messed them up or not, but the bottom box 5, yeah, the egg in my hand has a dent in it too. Those eggs are hatching. Y'all get back over here and hatch them eggs out. So them 2 eggs are hatching. That's awesome. What about you? So their eggs aren't hatched yet. They still got 2 eggs. This one, what happened was their foster parents, they can't raise any children. I don't know why, but their eggs are all either infertile or they die in the incubating stage. Even the ones I put in the incubator died. So I'm gonna try to use these as pumpers. So she's actually raising a baby out of box 5. She got it in there. There it is. And this is a tough guy baby that is supposed to hatch. And I'm gonna give it a couple more days, but I think the egg is dead. I think somehow it died. I don't know what happened. It's full. I can feel it's full. It's the baby's in there. You can see it. And the egg has changed colors a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna give it. I don't. If there's a crack or anything in it, I would break it open. But there's. So I'm gonna give it a couple. Because actually, the egg that she's sitting on, the fledgling or whatever you call it, the baby bird, that egg that hatched was actually 4 days younger than the other egg, the one that's not hatched. So I think that egg is dead, which is the actual tough guy baby. And this tough guy right here, him and his wife. So their egg, and he throws big. This pair here, they throw big, strong birds. Them and Mr. 500. I get big pigeons from them, big, strong-looking pigeons from them. I got these. This Mike from Rocky Ridge. So hopefully those eggs that are in there, hopefully those eggs that are in there will hatch. Let me see something real quick. Sometimes I confuse myself. I don't know, mess with your eggs. Box 2. Box 2. Yeah, these eggs aren't nowhere near. They were laid on the 5th. So, all I know is box 1 and box 4 are due now. Yeah, Mr. Tough Guy, his egg is actually the one under here, his second round, I think. I got it all written down, don't worry about that. But that egg that hatched belongs to Air Curtis from Air Champ Loft, his bloodline. Box 5, these down here. So they kicked their egg out. They stopped incubating it, but it still hatched. And this pair here, their eggs are supposed to hatch. They're very good parents, so I'm gonna leave them alone. But their eggs not hatched yet. But I gotta look. But I think that their eggs are 1 or 2 days behind Mr. 500, so they should hatch any day now. But this is my last round, so hopefully I can get these eggs to hatch. But I don't like the fake egg thing. I don't know why. I feel like they know that the eggs are fake. At least the smarter pigeons. And I wish y'all would get back in on that. So now that they have babies, I'm gonna lock them back in. I'm gonna lock them in there. So he's checking his babies. Checking your babies. And I actually got 2 more of their eggs in the incubator. So if some of these, so I'm gonna have to figure out the pumping. So what I'm thinking about doing is, the pair at the bottom of whoever lays the eggs. Well, it has to be the pair at the bottom because everybody else is on the eggs. So what I'll do is when they lay their eggs at the bottom, I'll pull them out, put Mr. 500's eggs in there, let them raise Mr. 500's eggs, put those 2 eggs in the incubator. And then when Mr. 500 or some of them, whoever raises their kids first, which will probably be my pumpers right here in box 3. Once they're done raising that kid, and I'll give them back them 2 other eggs and let them raise them. Once they lay eggs, like once they reclutch, I'll snatch their eggs out and replace them. Because I know their eggs, the chances are their eggs are going to be bad anyway. And I'll be done breeding. The eggs that I have now, I'm done with. I might go 1 more round out of not Adrian, but my birds at box 5, I might go 1 more round because they're from, those birds are from Curtis, and I only have 1 pigeon, 2 now off of them. So I might go box 4, box 5, one of them, probably box 5, I'll go 1 more round off of just for have some late hatches, replacement birds or some early birds for next fall. So so I don't forget, I'll go ahead, and this is where I keep my bands at, which I don't need all these bands. We know that. I'm not a big loft. I had bought 20 bands on my own, and then I bought 20 from my race club. So next year I'm gonna have my own bands made with New Beginnings on it, or New Beginning on it. So I'm gonna put this over here on the orange one, because I know the next band is gonna be box 5. Is the pumper is gonna be that. So there'll be 58. Yeah, 58. So that'll be my 9th bird banded. I threw away the band on the dead baby. I didn't reuse that band. I didn't want to cut his leg off and take the band back. So because I had a 0, so 0 through 8 is actually 9. So that'll be my 9th bird that I banded this year. So I'm kind of, well, I have 5 pairs. So it's been hit or miss. Breeding's been tough for me. I got a late start. I'm kind of figuring it out, but I'm happy to say that the one I lost eggs and not actual pigeons that were born, you know, and I know that's all life, the eggs were alive or whatever, but to me, I'd rather lose the eggs than lose the actual baby pigeon birds. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard from what I'm trying to say. And I lost one baby pigeon that was about almost 4 weeks old. And it's just it's tough, man. When you care about your animals, it's tough. And I know I'm going to lose animals. They'll get lost or whatever, but to have them die like in your loft or under your immediate care like that, it's a little heartbreaking for me. But you know, I lost. If they get lost flying and they're not really good homing pigeons, or the hawks get them or whatever, that's just, it is what it is to me. I still feel it, you know, but to actual know that I could have prevented it, or I'm doing something wrong that's causing it, is a little hard to take. And I know from dealing with dogs and dealing with other animals that sometimes you just take losses, man, and you gotta get better from those losses. So I actually cleaned this loft yesterday. I don't know, I'm having mixed feelings about the wood on the floor of my porch. You know, I didn't want to put wire down because I didn't want all the poop on the ground or where my dogs would get to it. And I didn't want the pigeon. I was worried about the pigeon's feet, about having wire down. So I used wood, and I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about it. I try to scrape it and clean it the best I can, but I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about using wood out there. I know I'm regretting using 1/2-inch plywood on this floor, because I got a soft spot right here. So I should have used 3/4, but it was like $70 at the time, and it's just a cost I just didn't. What I really should have did, looking back on it, was I should have put the OSB down first and then put the plywood, 1/2-inch plywood over top. That would have gave it that 3/4-inch strength. I didn't think about it until after the loft was built, but that's what I should have did. I like the plywood floor. I was thinking about putting tile and stuff down, but you know what? I thought about it, and I think the plywood sucks the moisture out of the poop. So I think it's good to have the plywood down. Helps keep your loft dry. I think if I put tile down, that I'll get a bunch of wetness and dampness and sickness. So I think there is something to be said to having a plywood floor. And a good plywood floor that you can scrape. Like, you can't really scrape this OSB. It's hard to scrape. That's why I put actual plywood down, so it's easier to scrape. And that's why I didn't finish it, like varnish it or anything like that, because I wanted to absorb the moisture out of it. And I forgot about all that. The moisture, the purpose for the plywood is to absorb that moisture, so and keep it away from to keep the poop dry the poops out. So, yep, this is the loft. So I've had mixed success with the fake eggs. Not sure that I like it. I'm going to, like I said, we got pigeons in there hatching now. So this is, like I said, my last round. Man, I let all my pigeons out yesterday, all the young birds out, but the 2. Now, if they wanted to go out, I would let them out, but they didn't want to go out. And this one is great. It's great that one is out about the door, because that one's always in that corner over there. And I didn't want to put a nest bowl in here because I wanted to encourage the bird to get up on the perches and fly, and I want to encourage it to get off the floor. I'm going to see if I can run it around and get it to fly. Just, I don't want to stress it. See, that one will fly. That one will fly. That's the actual youngest bird. But this guy, let's go. Let's see. Are you gonna fly today? Just a little hop. Because when I picked him up and tossed him a little bit, I don't want to sound cruel, See how he's just running from me? So I'm gonna pick him up in this drop, see if he'll. See, he's not even trying to use his wings. I don't want to get y'all dizzy, but he's not even trying to use his rings. He's using his feet to run from me. Okay, I'll pick him up. Oh, there you go. He did a little hop. He did. All right, so I got him. He feels a little bit thin, but he's hanging in. She's hanging in there, and I'm just gonna see if it'll. Oh, see, oh, you heard that? It's not. It's either not strong enough to fly yet, or doesn't know how, or what. So I'll just give it time. I'm not in the. Just give it time, and it could. And it's bred really well. So we'll give it time, and maybe it'll come around, and maybe not. But I think this bird's gonna come around. This is a 5. This is Adrian P bloodline, right, buddy? Right? Yeah, I like trying to tame my birds a little bit. So he's a little weak still. Like I said, he's straight out the nest, but a big, beautiful bird. Now you can see the size difference when you line them up together. Well, at least I can. It might be hard to see on camera, but you see how the darker one is still got his like nest colors. He's still darker, and that one's a little lighter. Well, they're the same color. It's just that I figured out that they lighten up as they get older. So he's younger. That one there is younger. The Adrian P is younger than the Air Champ Curtis bird, baby. But I have confidence that that little baby's gonna do what he do. And then all these brothers and sisters are ready to go. They sit out there and they shake. But I flew them yesterday. Got 100% of my returns. They're all trap trained. All of them are trap in. They're all ready to go. And I have been holding them back. And this is why I've been trying to catch these. But my season don't start till September. So probably what I'm gonna do, sorry about that, y'all. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold the younger birds back and start like and start training them separately, and then mix them in. I'm gonna have all my team. I'm gonna have my whole team. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna have my whole team. I'm sorry. PSD kicks in, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have my whole team. But like before I start road training them and tossing them like away from home, I'm gonna have them all together. Like they're all gonna be together, loft flying. I'm not gonna start tossing some and not tossing the rest. I'm gonna start tossing them all together. So my goal for that is July 1st. I know it's gonna be pushing it because I have eggs still hatching, and you figure this is the beginning of May. So hopefully by the middle of July, I can start tossing. Or even the end of July. That give me all of August and September, because our season starts the end of September. So it'll give me all of August, September to road train and to toss and to get them going. So yeah, let's say that by July 1st, I want to start tossing. So I'm not tossing anything now. I guess I'll be late to the season. I don't know. It's my first year, so I'm just trying to figure it out. But I know next year I'll breed earlier. Like I know now what to do. And matter of fact, speaking of breeding, I'm gonna actually unhook my light from the I'm gonna unhook my light for the timer. I don't want it on the timer anymore. So this is my timer. This right here is my little jump module, or whatever you call it, for my cameras. I have cameras, and it helps. It's closer to the internet, because I have cameras out here. I have cameras in the shed, cameras everywhere. Oh, that ain't gonna work either. So I really don't need this light right now. So I'll just disconnect. Well, I don't need a timer either. So I can just put the timer down here and just connect the lights right here. I didn't leave myself any slack because I don't want the pigeons to, yeah. So I'll just go over here and turn this light off. And now I got them on regular daylight, nighttime, because if they don't lay no more eggs, I'm fine with that too. I got 10 eggs right now. I think one. I'm gonna build, don't worry y'all. I know I bootlegged this perch system I got up here, but I'm gonna build a better one. So I need to work on food rationing. Mixed feelings about the eggs. Can any of y'all give me advice about the incubation and fake egg situation? Did I mess up by writing on the eggs with ink? Can they smell that ink and they smell it's not their eggs? My wife thinks they can smell the ink, or they can smell that those aren't their eggs or something. I don't know if the pigeons are that smart. But I do know that Mr. 500 had to figure it out because they were sitting on fake eggs and laid 2 more fresh eggs. And I have them in the incubator, and I didn't write on those. I was gonna put a pencil mark on them, but there are only 2 eggs in the incubator. So I made a note on the outside of the incubator of who they came, what box, and what date they were laid. And that's where I'm going with that. So any enlightenment, because I'm not gonna lie, I got the idea from Mike, watching one of Mike at Rocky Ridge's videos. He's the only one that actually put that on video that I've seen about the eggs and using the incubator and fake eggs and stuff like that. So I know some people at the end of the season use the fake eggs so that pigeons won't lay no more eggs while they're weaning their last round. So I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna pull their last rounds and use fake eggs with the ones that are weaning, so they just don't keep laying eggs. But I think Mr. 500 and them had to figure it out because they laid another set of eggs while sitting on fake eggs. So when I went to change the eggs out, it was 4 eggs in there and not 2. So and to be honest with you, they already got embryos and veins. So I don't know how. I check the boxes every day, but I was in Maryland. My grandson has been very ill, so I was in Maryland, and I came back, and when I checked the box, the eggs was in there. So they could have been there 2 or 3 days. I was gone the whole weekend. I was gone for like 4 days. So, and my son fed the birds. So I asked him. I got feeders on my breeders, so he don't need to go over there just to check the water. They had the feeders was good. Oh, he's getting ready to drop his band. His cheap band's ready to fall off his leg. I see you, buddy. I want to catch him later and snip his band, because that's how I can identify them real fast, is by the bands on their legs. So I might replace that band because I think this is like the 3rd time. I'll come in at night and grab him, because that's how. Because I wear glasses too to read. My eyesight's failing me a little bit just reading. So sometimes on the smaller numbers, now Midas birds, there's 3 digits, they're like 108. I can see that from here, but my bands that have 5 digits, like 23,573, it's hard for me to see. Those numbers are smaller, so I need my glasses on, and I don't like wearing my glasses, so I use the color coding. Plus I can count my birds really fast with the color coding. I know I got four Midas birds, 4 Texas birds, and 3 blue bands, 2 red bands, 1 black band. So I know my birds. Like, I know how many I'm supposed to have, and it makes it easier for me to count them right now because I don't have a clock yet. Oh, this video is getting long, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, look, everybody. God bless everybody. I love everybody. Peace and hair grease, and I hope y'all had a great Mother's Day, and I hope your peace and blessings be upon you. Yes, thank you. God bless.